What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. DMZ Season 2 is where it's at. We're busy grinding our way through the Tier 2 missions for each one of the factions, but specifically today we're looking at a mission called A Helping Hand, which is for the Legion faction in DMZ. This mission is a gather mission with a slight twist, but with one major benefit, and that is that you don't have to do all three of these items that you need to be looking for in one deployment, so you can technically work at this over time. But first and foremost, what we're going to need is we're going to need a bottle of gun oil, we're going to need one C4, and we're going to need an electric drill. Now, where you actually have to deliver these items to is within the Saeed shopping center, which itself is within Saeed City. And the good news here as well is that you don't need a key to get into this area. Of course, you can sneak into the mall through the parking structure and then on the top of the building going down. But of course, as always, there is a huge amount of tier 3 enemies in here, as well as this area generally being fairly popular with players coming here to kill people that are attempting these missions and some of the other ones that you have to do in the area, or people that are also just doing the same task as you. However, once you make it to the inside of the mall, the end first store that you're looking for and the back of that store sits right over here. Now, as you get into the back of the store, don't just throw the items out on the ground, as that will do nothing for you. You will actually see right next to one of the archways as you come into this back room, there will be prompts for all three of these items. So simply click those and it will remove them from your inventory and place them onto the ground. Now, as for the three items which you need, one of these is really easy for you to get your hands on. C4, you can of course bring this into a deployment. You could also find it in the open world, but it's by far the easiest just to bring this in for you, and that's one of the three done. Now, the other two items, the electric drill and the bottle of gun oil, has the biggest chance of spawning within toolboxes. So your best bet is to find areas that you have access to a whole bunch of these toolboxes. And through my previous missions and the kind of knowledge that I built up from there, an area that I often favor for looking for toolboxes as well as bags is this kind of like piece of, let's say, house area that sits next to marshlands as it's going down like this. However, if you push a little bit more to the right, more specifically underneath Al Mazrah City and this sort of construction area here where you have these two towers that are being built, this area is phenomenal for the amount of toolboxes that you find in the surrounding area, as well as these trailers here. And in just 2 trips to this area, I was able to secure the gun oil and the drill which I needed. So absolutely, I recommend you to check this area out. The other benefit that you get is that oftentimes this area is not that congested and you don't actually find that many enemy players here. So hopefully you can loot in peace and quiet and you can find your drill and your gun oil and then escort them back to Saeed City into the mall, and you'll be done with this mission. That also means you're done with the video. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Let me know how you are progressing through the tiers. Which one of these you struggled with the most. Gun oil for me was ridiculously difficult to find up until the point where I actually went to this construction area. I would say I spent maybe 4 or 5 drops looking for gun oil, and then literally the first time I went to this construction area, I was lucky enough to find one there. I hope the same is true for you. And as usual, it's just super important to me that you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, and evening wherever you are in the world. And until next video, fucking cheers.